And then at 7:35, you send, "Babe, why aren't you answering me? I'm nursing the baby," and then ordering "be home after."
Unread.
Unread. Did you ever get another response from Kirby on his phone?
I did not.
Okay. Now, the next message is at 8:30. "Where are you?" from you to Kirby.
Yes, correct.
Would you have had enough time to leave the Chinese place and come home?
That would have been probably when I arrived home, yes.
And when you arrived home, was Kirby's truck there?
It was.
And at that, and the home was locked.
Correct.
And you unlock the door and go in.
Correct.
Now, there's a photo of the garage that shows the condition of the garage. I'm not going to take the time to find it now, but it was sort of messy, wasn't it?
Destroyed, yes.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Now, when you walked, what happened when you walked in? Did you, "Kirby, I'm home," anything like that?
When I arrived home, everything was darker. Security lights weren't on anything. And it was the end of November. We were very cold. I just, when I walked in and our dog Lucy was muddy, jumping all over me, had the baby, had all my stuff, got into the house, and I just, initially just did the normal things. All of the lights were off in the house, so went around and dropped the bags, dropped the, baby, turned on some lights, and I didn't see, the way you enter our house goes right into our bedroom, and then you circle around to the kitchen, and then the living room. So I kind of had by the time I was unencumbered, I had a view of the whole downstairs, and there was no Kirby.
You weren't surprised that Kirby wasn't inside because the lights were off,
Everything
the door was
indicated
locked,
nobody was in the house.
but his truck was there in the driveway.
The silver truck was there, yes.
Did you check to see whether it was locked or not?
No, I did not check it.
Okay. And did Kirby come home that night?
He did not.
And I believe you sent messages to him, "Where are you?" and that kind of thing.
Yes, until I put the baby to bed.
Did you
Yeah.
try to find him that night
No,
by reaching out to anybody?
not anybody else, no, just him.
And then the next day, did you hear from Kirby?
I did not.
Never did after that, did you?
No.
Okay. So the following day on actually it'd be December 1st, correct?
Correct.
You woke up that morning and went to where?
Enola had a pediatrician's appointment, and I had a doctor's appointment in Tupelo.
All right. And were you worried about Kirby?
Not worried, no.
No?
Angry, frustrated.
At this point, you're angry and frustrated because he's not home.
Well, he was supposed to, I thought he was coming to the doctor's appointment with me, and he wasn't answering me, and, I thought I thought he was out on a bender. I thought he was just ignoring me.
Yeah, out with his buddies or something.
Well,
Or
yes,
something.
yes, most nights he did socialize most nights.
Okay. Monday through Friday, or Monday through Sunday.
365 any day. Not every night, obviously, or it would depend.
Most
but
nights.
He didn't have a Monday through Friday schedule.
And did you call anybody that day to say, "Hey, Kirby, where have you seen Kirby?"
I sent a text message, like a group message, to Casey, his sister, and Maddie, his mother.
On December 1st.
On December 1st that morning. I wondered if he was talking to them. He would go quiet and sullen if if things were, not peachy. And so I thought maybe that they had heard from him, and then I would, know that where he was, what was happening.
And you would describe your relationship at this point as not peachy?
We had a 4-month-old newborn. We were dealing,
Yes or no?
it was stressed, it was strained, yes.
I mean, it was not peachy.
Not peachy that week, no, not after the 29th.
Okay. Now, you stayed in the house November 29th. You leave that morning for the doctor's appointment. Did you come back to the house that day?
Do you want, on the 20, you said the 29th, are you meaning
On the
first?
29th, you stayed in the house that night. You slept in the house.
Kirby and I were at the house that night.
You wake up the next day and go to the doctor's appointment. Did you come back to the house?
On the 29th?
On the December 1st, after the doctor's appointment.
Sorry, sir. On December 1st, I came back to the house. I went to Tupelo in the morning for the 2 doctor's appointments. Then I came back to Maddie's. And then around 3:34, I left Maddie's and came back to our house.
Okay.
So I was gone from the house maybe
Was Kirby's
7 to 4.
Was Kirby's truck still in the same spot?
The silver truck was still in the same spot.
When you went in the house, did you say, Kirby, I'm home, or anything like that? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
He was not there.
He wasn't there, so no, he was not.
Okay. How long did you stay at the house? Did you go to sleep at the house December 1st?
December 1st, yes.
Okay. Stayed at the house.
Yes, I stayed at my home, yes.
Did you look around for Kirby?
On December 1st, no.
Okay. Then December 2nd, when you wake up at the house, Kirby hadn't come home, obviously. Did you have any communication with Maddie Jane that
I
day?
did, and James Robert that morning.
Was she calling you, or did you call her?
I called her
And
a few times, multiple times throughout
have
the
you
morning.
Have you heard from Kirby?
Mhm.
That kind of thing?
Well, yes, I had another appointment another doctor's appointment Friday morning in Tupelo. So I had a call with her, I think after that appointment, and then got home and had another call with her.
Okay. Had she heard from Kirby?
No,
Was
not
she
one.
beginning to get concerned?
Yes, we both were.
Okay, you both were. Because zero, just radio silence, zero communication.
Well, the day before, like I said, when I had talked to Casey and Maddie, it was comforting with them that this was, they had that we were in communication of being aware that we had concern, and I was sharing this with her. So then the next morning, it was, yes, we were both concerned, and we were both, that was when the conversations with Maddie happened.
All right, and at some point you take a NOLA with you and walk up to the deer stand?
Yes.
Tell the jury about that.
So after we got back from Tupelo, our appointment, it was maybe just before lunchtime. I had talked with Maddie again, and I had talked with James Robert. I thought Kirby was with James Robert, and he said he wasn't with him. Then we called back with Maddie, and she hadn't heard anything yet. She was working that morning, and we were starting to discuss, sheriff's office, who else could we call? She has a much more bigger network than I do for Pine Grove and family.
Yeah.
So then,
Her being from there and you.
oh, absolutely. And I mean, you know what I'm saying on where he could have been. Then when I got home, Enola had been diagnosed with the flu, so she was much more
Let me ask
sleepy.
you this. I'm talking about when you took Enola up to the deer stand.
Yeah, when I got home from Tupelo, I had
we've
gone
already
into the
got you
house,
home.
nursed her,
Why did
had
you
the call
walk
with
up?
Maddie, and gone up.
Let me-
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't-
I'm sorry.
I want you to be responsive to the question. and
Okay,
not
yes,
go
sir.
on a
I'm sorry.
narrative.
Yes, sir.
We've got you home.
Mm-hmm.
You take Enola to the deer stand. Why?
Because I thought he was hiding up there, thought he was up in the deer stand.
You thought he was hiding in the deer stand.
He would do that,
Okay.
yes, sir. So I thought that could be where he was avoiding me.
So you walk up to the deer stand. What time of day is this?
Lunchtime.
Now,
Same.
are you on the phone with Maddie at this time?
Not when I walked up, no.
All right, but when you walk down, were you on the phone with Maddie?
Yes, there's a point where the cell reception comes in. Our cell reception is terrible at the house.
And Maddie's concerned because she hadn't heard from Kirby, right?
Well,
Yes or
that-
no?
Yes, that was the second
She
or
was
third time
concerned,
we
was she
talked.
not? Yes or no?
Well, at that point, so was that.
Yes
Yes.
or no?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. And did she say that she was going to call the sheriff's department? Yes
She-
or no? Yes
not
or no?
not when I was on the hill, no.
Okay,
That morning she had.
all right. And when you're coming down, what happens?
When I was coming down off the hill?
Yes, ma'am?
sir. Okay. The way the hill comes around, you can see our property. I got into cell reception, called Maddie to tell her that he was not at the deer stand. And then when I came around, I was on the phone with her when I saw the back part of our property, the back side of the shed. And I saw a tarp and cowboy boots.
And there's 2 folders, and the first day is probably in that bottom folder.
Sorry?
There's 2 folders right there. It may be in that bottom one. He's looking for those pictures from the first day, I think.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so looking at Exhibit 4, just to orient, you see Kirby's truck, the
I do.
garage, the way you would have been returning back to the house from the deer stand in relation to this picture would give you a view of Kirby's boots.
You could see the whole back portion of the shed and our driveway.
So your view would have been, if you're coming around the house from that path, if you had just showed.
So I'm nowhere over here. That's not where the path is. The
Okay.
path is maybe 2 feet further over there is
Okay.
where
So about
like
right
if you're
here?
looking at this, yes, that would be, so you have to walk the midway down to our driveway and then go up the switchback for where the pathway is.
All right, and
So
if
I
you'll-
could see over,
let's
I was
switch
over
it
on
now.
this
If you'll
side.
show that to the jury, you would have been walking this way, and that would have given you a clear vision of that aspect or angle of your house as you were returning from the deer
It would
stand.
have been that corner,
In
yes,
that-
but
in that-
we're talking, yes, just
You would
very
probably-
high, yes, very high up on the hill and
You'd have been looking
mid driveway, yeah,
But sort of
mid driveway,
From this angle
yes,
to get that view,
yes,
correct?
yes,
And that's when you saw
correct.
the boots. Does that accurately depict what you observed? And so, Well, this photo may be better. I'll hand you Exhibit 6. Does the image depicted in Exhibit 6 substantially similar or accurately depict what you observed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. And you were on the phone with Matty Jane at the time that you saw Kirby's body?
Yes, we had, yes, the short conversation before I saw his body.
And did you immediately say, you know, that's Kirby? Did you, instant recognition that
I
body
mean,
was Kirby?
yes, in my mind, well, it was wrong. It wasn't right. I knew that should not be there.
You got to write it, ask these to be received as the next exhibit collectively.
How many speeches you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be Kirby, Grover. I'll show them to you. Thank you. I'm going to let you look at Exhibit 84. And I represent to you, these are images that were captured by law enforcement of Kirby at Kroger. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, and just to orient you, the date is 11/30/2022, 6:11 p.m.
Yes, sir.
All right. And is that consistent with the timing of when you were texting him that night? He's headed back to work? Headed back home, returning home at the end of the day?
Yes.
Yeah. In that time frame?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Looking at the images, the very first one, do you recognize the individual?
Yes.
Who is that?
Kirby.
And do you see what he's wearing? Do you
Yes.
recognize the clothing?
That's his, yes.
That's what
It's
he
his
wore.
style. Yeah,
That's his
that's-
style.
yes,
That's what
absolutely.
he wore. And he's got jeans on and boots, right?
Correct.
And in the next image, that appears to be the same individual in that picture in the parking lot walking to his truck, correct?
Yes.
Do you recognize his truck? Not really?
Not in that. I see white trucks.
Okay. And
Uh,
what color was his truck?
Silver.
Okay. But you can't identify his truck from that picture.
There's something behind that white truck there,
Okay.
but I can't see the front of.
I know, it's a grainy
Is
image.
it
It could be, I understand. I'm just seeing if you can recognize it. Does that appear to be, and it's hard to make out because of the quality of the
It looks
camera.
white again, but is it
Does that look like the same individual in the parking lot? Look at
from distance? Sure, I would, yes.
it looks
Yes,
like
sir.
the same one.
Yes.
And that looks like Kirby, right?
His jacket for sure, it looks like his jacket,
And that looks
yes.
like the same person, right?
It's not clear at all. It looks like the same color scheme on his clothing, yes. So yes,
Okay.
sir.
And then the truck leaving, correct?
There's, truck
And it's
leaving.
not that big a deal. But what I do want you to do is to notice the clothing that he has on in that image on November 30th, 2022, a little bit after 6 o'clock, compared to the clothing that Kirby had on when you discovered him on December the 2nd. Was it the same clothing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.